Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be perfect to kick off next week with, but it's like a little bit about the way that centrism and a post-progressive kind of all-inclusive could look similar to someone who doesn't really know the difference, and like there's advantages and disadvantages of that. Yeah.
That is perfect for next week. But let me just say in preview that I just published a paper in the Integral Review Journal, Integral Leadership Journal, whatever it's called Why Centrism Fails, right? And this is a little bit of version of developmental politics, but a focus on the idea that we're dealing with these strong magnetic forces, and that if you take a magnet, as a matter of fact, one of the little props that I had in my live course was with these little magnets that I'd hand out to everybody, and everyone would feel a magnet and feel how it's like, you know, you're totally stuck together on one side, and then you turn over and you're repulsed. You can't put the two together. And that's kind of where centrism is now, because it's centered in modernity. And modernity can't encompass the whole, right? The centrists want to, you know, they quote, cut off the wing nuts. They think, you know, the traditional evangelicals and the progressive social justice warriors are somebody we should just ignore. Let's just, you know, get rid of them. But, you know, these people represent both the foundation and the future of our history. We can't afford to just cut them off or pretend that we can retreat to modernism. There's no juice there. There's no value energy there in the center of modernism at the moment, because it's pulled in these two directions. So, nevertheless, bipartisan cooperation is certainly a big part of what it's going to take to overcome hyperpolarization. And in the past, bipartisan polarization was the main strength of centrism. So we're going to try to achieve something like centrism, but not a modernist version, a post-progressive version that can better integrate progressivism in a way that old-style centrism can't. And can also integrate, you know, traditionalism. In other words, we can integrate a wider bandwidth of values than mainstream inside the Beltway centrism can. And so when I talk about the issues that I'll be going over next week, some of them look a little bit like centrism, some of them don't. And so I'll do my best to distinguish why this is not just a retreat to centrism.